We saying chat, man. We telling me a lot of news today. Some good, some bad. Today I don't feel as tired though, which is a good thing. Love to see all of you in the chat though. A lot of you are waiting for this stream, which is very, very good to see. I'm gonna sort my lighting out so you guys can see me properly. There we go. Well done, man. We're back in the building. Sorry if the Wi-Fi is a bit slowish. It's not my fault, but Garnacho and Xavi Simmons are causing the ruckus, which is making the Wi-Fi go terrible, you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. They're not. But anyway, love for everybody being inside the building. As always, love for the love. Everyone who joins the stream, make sure you sub up the thing, like the video, put your comments in, because a lot of interesting news today. I know I always say that, but today I feel like there's actually a decent amount of news, which is kind of like piquing my interest a bit, if that makes sense. And I swear down, chat, this Nkunku saga is getting on my nerves. This Nkunku saga is actually getting on my nerves. 1 minute I feel like he's an in player. 1 minute I think he's going to leave. Next minute I think he's going to leave, and then he doesn't leave. Because someone told this Nkunku guy, he's not wanted here. Like, he's not wanted here anymore. Like, leave, bro. He just won't leave. He just won't leave. This Nkunku guy won't leave. I just want him to cut. I'm seeing news left, right. I'm like, oh, he's not going to leave. Whatnot. I'm like, bro, we're going to get into it. But it's like, brother, read the room, innit? Like, no one wants you here. Just reduce the wages and cut. But anyway, look at the sub count. We're nearly at 2.2K. We're 33 away. If everybody joined the stream who liked the video can hit that sub button for me, that'd be amazing, because 50% of you, I checked the assist tax, are not subscribed to the channel Lele, which stinks of doo-doo. I'm to say it stinks of doo-doo. Sub in the video, talk to me nice, and let's see what's going on. Big up Darren in the building. Big up Cole Palmer, Xavi Simmons soon. We're going to get into all that news. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We've got Jay in the building. He's in the background. We've got Rob joining as well. Let's try and get some. I'm trying to invite A as well. It's been a long time since A was active, so we'll try and get him involved as well. But guys, where should we start, man? Honestly, let's get Jane in the building in a minute. But before we do that, a lot of you just joined just now. Can we make sure we're hitting the like button for me, bro? Come on, man, them. Come on, let's do this. Come on. Hello, Ches. How you doing? Sorry, brother. I hit the like button greeting you. Come on, man. Be it yourself, G. You know the vibes already. You got to hit that like button. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you do that. You got to make sure that you're subbing to the video, hitting the like button as well. Because I provide the latest Chelsea news for you guys. That's what you like. 2 weeks deadline day. I told Nkunku go an agreement, or here we go. Chelsea Simmons happens. It happens. It's going to happen. Yeah, 100%. Simmons is definitely going to happen. I'm not going to panic about that at all. So, big up Jay in the building every single time as well. Big up himself as well.
Yes,
big up everybody in the chat. To me and Jay talk. If you've done already, Jay does TikTok, which he's about to give me the link for, so I can post it underneath the chat.
Should we do that
Jay,
now?
send me in the private chat your link, because you're obviously a big follower on TikTok. You might not know that, innit? But
I don't know how to do that. I need to log in on my desktop.
I think if you go on like share profile, like the share bit, it'll give you like a link to your TikTok, and then you can just post it here. But yeah, a lot of news going on right now.
I'll do that on the next stream, just because I've got to log in and stuff. So I'll do it on the next stream. It'll take time.
Yeah, come on, whenever. Just let me know. Yeah. I'll add it so people can follow you up. Based on hear what you're saying. But yeah, a lot of news today. Some of it was good, and then I got some updates recently that I didn't like to see. But I don't know what you make of what you made of it. But let's start with Nkunku. This guy, I swear, 1 minute he looks like he's gonna leave, Jay. Then he's not. Then he's gonna leave. What's going on with that deal, bro?
See, what is going on? When people are saying about David Ornstein BOMBA, he broke the Leipzig news, I'm like, okay, yeah, they just said they're stepping up with talks. That doesn't mean he's actually gonna go. I just want this guy gone, I'll be honest. And this is similar to the Garnacho situation for Man United. It's like trying to find a club that he wants to go to, and then when it comes down to it, as the time goes on, it gets closer to that deadline day, we're probably going to get pennies for him. But I don't even care. I just want him gone. RB Leipzig stepping up talks with Chelsea over a deal to sign Christopher Nkunku directly. Yeah. But just whatever they offer, unless it's like 10 mil, unless they take the piss, just take the money.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He's holding us back. We just want Xavi Simmons.
Another thing I don't get right. These sort of saying they won't sign, they don't want to sign Simmons yet because they want to sell Nkunku Jackson, but they can't wait to get the Garnacho deal done. They're not waiting. The Garnacho deal looks like it's about to be done.
No. It's not. It's not. I don't think so. I think they said recently. I'll try and find it. They said if one goes, they'll both come in. But it won't. I don't think, in my opinion, none of them join if Nkunku don't leave or Jackson don't leave.
Oh, so yeah, those 100%. No,
it's kind of weird because, but at the same time, both those deals are agreed. So it's like, what would happen to Xavi, Simons, and Garnacho then? Because they've said to all these clubs, like I put in the title, we're rejecting all the clubs. Like Xavi, Simons, and Garnacho have literally rejected all the clubs.
To an extent, the Simons one I can understand because it's going to be a higher fee. But Garnacho is like, we have the leverage to get this deal as cheap as we want. Because United want to get rid of him. Garnacho only wants Chelsea. Less than 2 weeks till the window closes. We can get it like under 30 mil, like 20, 30 mil. So yeah,
I think Garnacho it makes more sense. But by the way, let's get. We're kind of going between topics. Nkunku and himself, we'll talk about Garnacho and Xavi separately. With Nkunku himself, it looks like Leipzig is stepping up talks because Bayern don't want to pay the money because they only want to do loans. I'm about to pick it up. But what do you think Nkunku should do for himself? Like, what do you think he should do?
I think Germany's the best place to go back to. I think that's where he made a name for himself. I think to be fair, I think he could work at a Premier League club, but I just think at Chelsea this hasn't worked out because obviously he doesn't really fit Maresca's system. The season under Poch, he was injured for most of it. But I think if he goes back to Germany, reestablishes himself again, maybe in a couple seasons' time, gets a move, maybe even to like La Liga, Serie A, or something like that. But because he's not a bad player. Like Nkunku's not a bad player. It just hasn't worked out at Chelsea. And there's been plenty of like quality players that just haven't worked out at Chelsea. So I think if he gets a move to either Leipzig or Bayern, obviously Bayern would he'd probably prefer Bayern. But if they're not in for him, then there's nothing really he can do on that front.
Yeah, and this is the article I was referring to. It said that basically Bayern's board have said they only want to do a loan move for Nkunku. So they kind of offered probably that loan obligation, whatever. But Chelsea want a permanent deal. So that's why I think Leipzig came to the race because I think they're willing to buy him. But probably Chelsea have to lower their auction price in order to sell him permanently.
What do you reckon we get for him?
My opinion?
Yeah. 30 mil?
Because of what's going on, we'll probably get like 30 million. Maybe plus add-ons if we're lucky. Maybe.
Yeah, 30 mil. I think the only reason that keeps him at 30 mil is what he's done in the past. Like we know, as I just said, Nkunku's not like a scrub, is he?
Yeah, so we've seen him play before.
Gives him a bit of value.
Exactly. It's not like he's like come out of nowhere and he's unproven. He actually has to show him something. And Bayern Munich, it doesn't look like it's going to work out, man. It just says that it's a very difficult deal to do because they want to do a loan move. But obviously, Chelsea want to do the opposite. So.
But I think if Leipzig know they're going to lose Simons to Chelsea, then I think it makes sense why they'd want him because they'll need someone to play that number 10 role.
100%. And it makes sense.
Yeah. So I think if Leipzig if we just come with in separate deals, but like Leipzig know that we're heavily interested in Simons. Simons has agreed terms, so Leipzig can come to us and be like, you've got Nkunku, who's not playing. You can do it in a separate deal, but you want to get rid of him. So if they come in with an offer of like 30 mil, just accept it. Don't like penny pinch.
That's what I'm saying. Just take the money. Like,
the Simmons deal is depending on this. You're saying the Simmons.
Don't be too desperate. Like 25 million, but they offer like 33, 35.
Yeah, don't give him, but like 30. Realistically, how much do you think we're going to get for this player who's hardly played under Maresca? Made it clear. We've made it clear to him that he's not going to be a part of the plans next season. So 30. Yeah. I think 30.
I agree with you, man. I don't think Chelsea should move too stingy. So I'm hoping they don't. You know what I'm saying? I hope they don't. But you know what Chelsea are like? They're very rigid in what they want to do, innit? They don't always let things kind of people bully them in a way, you know. This is what provides hope for me. From Matt Law himself, very, very reliable journalist. We're going to get to Xavi Simons deal because it literally relates to it. And he says, Chelsea have already set up a deal with RB Leipzig for Xavi Simons. And this kind of backs up. I've been telling me and Jay, we jumped on this channel. a long time ago, I said the deal's been done for ages. And Jay knows that. This deal has been done for a very, very long time. It is a done deal. Xavi Simons will become a Chelsea player as long as Nkunku leaves. And this is the problem. Nkunku, that we just said, it's just a bit sticky. What do you mean Garnacho is not happening? It's definitely happening.
Garnacho is definitely going to happen.
100%. I don't want to block out Jay. Been saying this, just waiting on Nkunku to be gone. Facts. This deal is 100% done, but people, I think, Jay, they're really desperate for the player, especially against Palace, who played poorly. So it's like, they really want this guy to come in. And I get it, but I don't think Chelsea fans should be worried. Did we worry, Jay?
We shouldn't be like. The only reason we'd be upset is because we spent like over a month now, like with talks with this player, like look to happen, and then it just looks a bit like if it falls through, then it looks a bit like bad on us. But like, did we like going? I'm not saying obviously I don't want Simons. Obviously I want Simons. He's a quality player. But going into the window, did we sit there and go, we need Xavi Simons in our team? Otherwise we're in for a rough season. Like is Simons like a necessity to the team, like with the amount of attacking options we have already? And as I said, I want Simons 100%. He's a quality player, brings a bit of squad depth as well. But if let's say worst case scenario, this deal was to fall through, are we really going to suffer?
Yeah, I think he would. Not suffer, but I think everyone in the chat would agree. But everyone who just joined, like, subscribe to the channel, of course. Put your comments in. Road to 2.2 thousand followers. 33 left. So all you got to do is sub. Put a comment for me and Jay to respond to. And that's all you have to do, man. Put a super chat in everyone priority readouts. It'll be everyone in the chat. But why the hell is Garnacho rejecting Bayern? And Jay, this is funny because a lot of people in our chat hate Garnacho. So for him to reject Bayern, they can't say anything because Bayern aren't a meaty club, you know? But to answer your question, suffer's the wrong word, but I definitely think it would impact our Champions League run, for example, or going far in the Prem. Because, for example, Jay, yesterday's game against Palace 2 days ago, it just needed someone to have a moment of brilliance, like a Garnacho or a Xavi Simons. It's not every single game you're going to have a great game and everyone's going to play sick. Some games you need players to step up. And I think Xavi Simons, even Garnacho to a certain degree, they're very like strange players. They can do a long shot or random goal from nowhere, you know? That's what I'm kind of looking at.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's going to be like Palmer's competition and outdo Palmer. But he might score more goals than Palmer because Palmer hasn't scored open play goals since January. And Xavi Simons can play the 10 and left wing. So in case Gittins or Palmer's having a bad game, he could play either position very, very well. He's proven it at international level. He's proven it in Spain. He's proven it in Germany. Like, he's proven it in France. I don't see why he wouldn't prove it in the Prem. So I do think we need him for that perspective, to be honest with you. But what do you think?
I completely hear that, and that's what I'm saying. I want him. I still want this deal to happen. Like Simons, with the quality he's going to bring in and squad depth, as you say. I just think like my thing was it's like with the amount of attackers we have already, like we know Esteval can play that number 10 role if necessary because he said he wanted to play there, and we've got winger options as well. If we are going to be bringing in Garnacho in, my thing was like it's not going to be like our season doesn't depend on Xavi Simons, should I say? I think we can agree on that. But
no, it doesn't depend on it. But each player has an important role in the team, innit? Like each player has a big impact role. And I don't like to do this thing as like, he's our savior or not. But it's more like I need to see the squad depth improve. I'm fed up of last season, you know. Last season was just not good enough. We fell off way too early. I don't like that, Jay. In the Champions League now, we can't be forwarding off and losing in round 16 to like Bayern Leverkusen or something. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah,
so I need the players we can get in this team. If that means getting better quality players, like Xavi Simons, then why would I not want that, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. And we do that way too many times. Barring the season under Poch and the season under Potter, when we start the season well, come December, we die off. And it's like that comes down to either someone getting injured or just
exactly injuries, especially injuries.
Yeah, no, so 100. Yeah, so I think last season is a perfect example. Like the João Felix loaning him out didn't make much sense to me.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit on Enzo Maresca for just not really playing him. But like we need when Palmer's out of form, put another player in that position. Like Palmer, even Cole Palmer isn't undroppable in this team. So
facts.
yeah, I guess that kind of that's another reason why I do want Xavi Simons to come in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And this kind of confirms what we already knew. But Xavi Simons really can't wait to go Chelsea. He really wanted it to happen already. He's patiently waiting. He's still going to play for Leipzig and he doesn't want to go war with them. Jackson's still expected to leave Chelsea while talk continue for Nkunku.
Still having my protein powder.
Me personally, I just don't get. Sorry, while Chester's gone, if the deal is done, I don't understand why they're longing it out. Because for me, yeah, maybe they just want like a deadline day, like maybe just want like an Osimhen thing. But yeah, Xavi Simons really can't wait to go Chelsea. He wanted to happen already, and he said he's patiently waiting. He's still going to play for Leipzig because he doesn't want to go to war with them. Nicholas Jackson is expected to leave Chelsea while talks continue for tomorrow for Nkunku. So Jackson is still expected to leave Chelsea. Just where? Because we know Villa can't afford him. You know, Newcastle look like they're about to sign Visser. So where do you not think Jackson's going to end up? Where do you not think? And then Nkunku, say Leipzig's going to be the one.
Yeah, 100%. I hope they are, man. I hope they are.
Yeah. I think he'll end up on AC Milan alone. Who's that? Jackson. Fair enough.
I hope he does. Get that guy out. It's tough. You know what it is? Imagine they don't go though. Like, could you imagine? How frustrating would that be?
It'd be bad. Yeah. No, I hear it. But I think Nkunku will definitely leave.
Yeah.
Because I think Nkunku's made that name for himself where he's got a bit of.
He's gonna want to play anyway, innit? Like he's gonna want to play. Like, he's not gonna want to sit on the bench. I mean,
yeah, Jackson for me is a sticky one because I was confident that he'd be going Newcastle, to be fair, but then the Visser thing came up, and now it's like with him removing all the social medias of Brentford, it's like we know that. Yeah, Jackson,
no,
I don't know.
Bro, I need these dudes. Listen, Jay knows this. I've been wanting Xavi Simons for so long. I just don't want it to fall through. Like, we kind of do need it as a team because look at Palace, man. They weren't good enough. Jay was at the game, right? You definitely was at the game.
I wasn't at the game.
He wasn't at the game, but either way,
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was still
so
like
mean.
it wasn't poor for Chelsea, but it wasn't like it was like it's nothing to be concerned about just yet.
Not yet.
If you got points on Friday, at that point I'm getting concerned.
That's what I said yesterday's stream. I don't know if you watched it, Jay. I said to the boys, I said, if we don't beat West Ham, I'm gonna definitely be annoyed. Then I'm gonna start panicking.
And rightfully so, because
West Ham are bad, and last year we had 5 points from 9. See, if we lose or draw against West Ham, then let's say we beat Fulham, luckily, we'll have like less points than last year, maybe 4 or 5 points. That's so bad.
Yeah, poor.
That's not winning. That's not winning the league worthy.
Yeah, no. I said at the first 5 fixtures, I said we'd get 13 out of 15 points. So obviously, we're still, if we win the next 4 games, we're still on track for that. It's just Old Trafford just terrifies me.
Bro, we never win there. I don't remember the last time we won there. I think the last time we won there was a long, long time ago. It was not recently since we beat United away. So I hear it. A lot of deadline day dominoes to fall. It's a ball poker game. I don't think, Jay, quick question. Do you think Xavi Simons and Nkunku deal would last that long? Do you think it will last until deadline day? I don't know. I feel like Nkunku could be done the next few days.
I think the Simons deal could, if I'm honest. Nkunku, I don't know. Maybe. Because what was the deadline day saga last season? It was the Osimhen and then the Sancho thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the Osimhen one was
dragged out for
time. That was dragged out for ages.
Yeah, and then Osimhen fell through in the end, and then Sancho, it was like Sterling went to Arsenal, and then Sancho is like all done at once, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all done.
Yeah. So Yeah.
Be up Joey, man. Be up Joey every single time.
If you think about it, we still got players that we still got players to sell as well. Sterling, Chilwell, Disasi. Like we've actually still got a few guys to get rid of as well.
Sterling will be loaned. He'll be loaned. He won't be sold. I can't
Where
imagine
though?
it.
That's the thing. Where though? I don't know.
No one's gonna pay like 250K a week with the dumbness he's on. Like, no way.
Yeah.
You both have some confidence enough for the title challenge. You know what it is? Wait, let me send my man the link again. I wouldn't say, Jay, what are you saying? Are you not confident?
No, I'm confident in the title challenge. As I say, like this first game, like I wanted the 3 points, but I'm not like losing sleep over it. Crystal Palace are a good team. They've won the FA Cup. They beat Liverpool in the Community Shield. Like they're not a bad team. Like don't get me wrong, we could have done better, but we weren't poor either. I don't think anyone played poorly. I think Enzo Fernandez was a bit, but other than that, no one really played poorly. It was just a bit unfortunate, should we say? It was a frustrating performance. But as I say, if we drop points to West Ham, at that point I'll be like, okay, yeah, we can't keep this up.
No, Jay. If we lose it, I already spoke to the boys yesterday. If we lose against West Ham or draw against West Ham, it is definitely a panic station situation.
Yeah, 100%. Because West Ham
you can't draw against Palace and lose against West Ham, and we go, oh well, it's only first 2 games. No, we are miles better than West Ham. I don't care if we're home or away.
They are dead, bro.
They lost 3-0 to Sunderland, bro.
Exactly. But fair play to Sunderland. They take nothing away from Sunderland, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying Sunderland are terrible, bro. Like their signings are good for like, you know how people going to us, Sunderland look good this season because of their transfer window. That's because they've signed like decent players, not because they've signed like Neymar. Do you know what I mean? So, Andrew, Sunderland ain't no like prime Brighton. They're just performing. They just bought players to a decent level. They're not like clear. So for them to smack up West Ham 3-0, like I'm not hearing anything. It's definitely a panic mode, 100%. I'm not over-exaggerating when I said to Andrew the boys yesterday.
Yeah, I'm panicking. I'm fuming at that point.
I'm more than panicking. I'm vexed. Yeah, I'm vexed. But Bill Andrew in the building, man. Went to serve himself, king, man. Do you feel like the deal could drag on in Nkunku and Xavi Simons? Do you feel like there could be a deadline thing, or do you feel like we're done? Just your feeling, innit? You don't know, innit? How do you see it going?
It could be a deadline thing, or very last, like maybe the day, like a couple of days before the window ends, or something like that. Like we could not see him play until after the international break, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like that, he wouldn't play any of the opening games and stuff like that. It could happen. We've seen it before. Because this deal is like you see the difference between these 2 deals between Garnacho and Xavi Simons. There's no like discrepancy in terms of price or gaps or anything like that. It's just literally we're waiting to sell Nkunku and then bring Xavi Simons in. Do you know what I mean? There's that. That's all it is. There's never been anything about gaps in price or anything like that. It's just simply like he's waiting. He's literally at the door. We're just waiting. We're just trying to kick out the other guy first. And kick him out of his room. Do you know what I mean? And then he can have his room essentially. Whether the other deal was like now we're seeing like there's like a £25 million gap in between the 2 clubs. So it's like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? It's never, or it's just you know what I mean? And it's like we seem to be very calm with the Xavi Simons deal and stuff like that. It's just literally getting, and Jerry's right, because remember Nkunku's on a big wage as well, lads. You got to remember that. This is deal's pre wage cap. You know what I mean? He's a pre-wage cap deal. Remember, so he's near.
Yeah, I know. So he's on high wages.
Yeah, so
he's on 195K. Andrew,
yeah, so he's got to try and shift. He's got to try and shift that as well. So it's one of those, but it's what Nkunku really wants. It's a World Cup year, remember as well. And he's not going to play. He's not going to play. So he's got to think. Okay, I do want to play in the Champions League, but I also want to play in the World Cup. RB Leipzig on in Europe, but can he go? Well, I'll do 1 year here, trying to, because he could go. I'll do 1 year here and then see what happens, and like I'll go to Bayern next year or something. Do you know what I mean? He could do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's his career, man, and he wants the best for his own career.
Yeah. I
He's
know.
gonna want to take
I'm not one of these guys who goes. You know, that's why I don't get on Sterling or Chilwell because.
Of
Hey
course
man,
not.
they got offered that
Yeah.
contract. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not their fault they got offered that
money.
contract.
I think there's a difference between like someone like Sancho who's like refusing to take a pay cut even though he's not getting any minutes anywhere else. It's like
it's just a shame really because like Sancho, unlike those like Chilwell to a lesser extent, but Sterling certainly has done a lot in his career, so he can look back on his career and go, I've done this, this, and this, and then you don't really get on him. Whereas Sancho, it's like, what have you got to show for it? Do you know what I mean? What have you got to show for your career so far? Do you know what I mean?
You know, it is as well. Like, it is also that he's a little bit different with Sancho and Sterling and stuff, just like Andrew said, because Sancho is like 25 years old. He's not really won trophies. He's not really accomplished in terms of establishing his name. All we know him as a good footballer. But Sterling and Chilwell have actually done something in the game, so it's a bit different. And the ages. Sterling, I think, is like 29 now. I think maybe 28, 29. I think Chilwell, I think, is definitely 30 now. I think he's 30, 31. So it's a bit different for them. They're just that kind of age where they've got families and stuff going on. So they just want to see out their money and just see what happens. Chilwell will end up in like Saudi or USA next.
Maybe.
He'll probably still earn about 150k. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think I don't know. I think they're both on their last year into next year. I think if I'm right. I know Sterling is. I think there's a 5-year deal for him, so he'd be on the he'd have 1 year left next summer. I think Chilwell's the same because it was only like an extension. But listen, it's one of those mistakes from the from that Bowley summer, isn't it? So
100%. And a mistake that wasn't nothing to do with the Bowley summer is Jackson, and it's a shame to call it a mistake, but it looks like he's priced out of a move because it looks like today we got that news article, I think from Plettenberg, or one of those guys, and they're basically stating that because of FFP reasons we can't sign, or teams don't want to sign Jackson because he's too expensive. That's a bit frustrating as well because that's the guy I really wanted to get rid of because he's the kind of person to sulk on the bench and cause a bit of leaks. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That kind of thing.
If we're still charging like the 60 million price, I can understand why clubs would be like, nah. I think because I still think 60 million is quite a bit for Jackson. I'd say we can get around between 40 and 50. Is that optimistic or
40 and 50?
Between 40 and 50 for Jackson. He's only 24 years old. His goal scoring record isn't bad in the Premier League, let's be honest. And like he's young. He's not a bad striker either. It just hasn't worked out at Chelsea.
40 to 50, you know.
I don't know. This might be a loan. This might end up being a loan.
I'll say this as well. If Ekitike went for 95 mil, I still think,
And he only one good season, so I think
100%. But the difference is that Ekitike had another suitor. I don't know how many suitors Jackson's got for that price tag we're giving him. I think for a lower price tag, ironically, if they went in lower, they could have probably got a higher price. Because we've got him so high, they might have to drop it so much that to get the competition involved. Because no one's paying 75 million for Jackson. They're not.
No, I don't think. I think that's just like when there was no way we thought we'd get like when they said, "Oh, they see him between 80 and 100." There's no way. There's no way they thought anyone was gonna get like pay 80 to 100 million for Jackson.
100%, yeah.
There's just no way. It's just a starting off point. Now, maybe they'll go as low as 60 or something like that. I'm just thinking about they're looking at that. Like all clubs, they're just looking at the market. That's all. The market dictates what players are being sold for, and we're seeing players that aren't the price they should be go for a lot higher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we are seeing that, you know, and it maybe they will get maybe they'll get a loan with an obligation or something. You know what I mean? Something like that for him, like at 60 or something for next season. You know, or maybe like Saudi comes in, or maybe a Turkish club comes in, because their window's shut after ours do. So you know what I mean? Loads of Turkish clubs got money all of a sudden. See what I mean? So
like
could see that.
Besiktas and all that.
Yeah,
Besiktas, all
Besiktas
those
could
kind
come
of
in.
clubs.
If they don't get Sancho or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think, Joe?
No, I agree with Andrew. I just think a loan for a team that has to be a loan with an obligation. I think that's good because it means that it guarantees that he'll be leaving unless there's like a cheeky clause like we did with Sancho. But I don't know. I just think I think the best move for him for Jackson is to leave as well, similar to Nkunku. Because I mean, I was shocked to hear that Enzo Maresca's like wants him gone because I thought he really rated him. To be fair, but apparently not. So, but yeah, I'm still one of them that was like okay with Jackson still being at the club because I don't think he's a bad player. I just think he's to be the only striker that we have at Chelsea Football Club. Yeah.
No, but it's not even that. It's not even that, Jay. You know, when people say, I thought Maresca rated him. Bro, it's his job to like prop the guy and in public make it seem like he's hunky-dory and rates him. But in reality, the guy really cost him his job. Like, he wasn't scoring goals for like 2 months.
I think he rated him when he didn't have a choice. Do you know what I mean? It's like you rate the guys.
100%, bro.
You prop the guys when you like don't have a choice, like when you don't have like the options or something like that, and then it's like, oh, you got me Delap, you got me João Pedro, and it's like I don't really have to prop this guy anymore because I've got 2 other options.
Yeah, Andrew, is it a coincidence we just buy 2 new strikers?
Well, no, now it does. Now that does make sense. It does make sense as to why. And to be fair, I look when I heard because the lap was done at the start of the window, and then when I heard things about João Pedro in my head, I was like,
everyone was like, he's gone.
Yeah, Jackson's probably done.
Yeah, because it was like
it's his own fault. If he didn't do those red cards, maybe he'd have more like grace because he was like, you know what, you tried hard, you're not the quality, but you put in the effort. Those red cards, I think, just tipped everyone over the line. They were like, nah, you don't score goals. You sold, and you got 2 red cards. Like,
I think it was that second. I think it was that red card in the Club World Cup.
Well, he came on for like 3
years. Yeah, people were angry then, but they were willing to forgive him.
He was on for like 90 seconds or something like that. And it was like
you literally might have done. You might as well. It was the lap that came off. You literally might as well have taken the lap on and not brought anyone else on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Maresca was like probably thinking, what? I might as well.
What a waste of time.
Yeah, what a waste. What a waste. But it was like, nah. I don't even. It probably wasn't even like João Pedro that came into his mind. He probably just went. They all just probably, even for once, they probably all just went. Nah.
Yeah.
They all just had a collective. They all had a collective. Nah. Just went.
No, but they're also mad. I can't find an article, Andrew. But even Jay, even the original article saying Jackson even agreed it was time to go. So I think over the second red card, they were like, "Yeah, how do you know it's not working?"
That was the thing, wasn't it? When we first got João Pedro, it was the stories coming out was, wow, João Pedro can play left, he can do the 10, and we'll still have Jackson and Delap fighting it out for the number 9. But then it's just like slowly unraveled to like a couple of weeks ago. It was like the story came out. Chelsea and Jackson have decided that it's time to part ways and an agreement to part ways and stuff like that. And it just went. That was always going to happen. It was always going to happen. You brought 2 players in his position, so to speak, that you put in front of him.
At that point, he's like, "Yeah, my time's done, isn't it?"
Yeah, my time is done here. But I'm done. I'm done. He didn't even get. Because I don't think he did. He.
Do you know what it's like?
In the rest of the Club World Cup did he play any minutes in the Club World Cup after?
No, I don't think he did. No, he did. Do you remember the time where he squared it to well, he didn't. No, he didn't square it.
He shot instead of squaring
he
it.
didn't.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Oh yeah, because no, that's because that was semi-final because João Pedro had scored twice, and he was like, shit.
You know what it's similar to? It's similar to Højlund at United. Like, look at the way they signed Cunha, then they signed Sesko. And then they put Højlund still sitting there going, I want to stay.
And Xerxes still there. And Xerxes still there.
So then it's like, even for Victor saying there's no way for Højlund to stay like he's done at United, even though he wanted to stay. But it's like,
you know what it is? What it is? Like,
read the room, bro. We signed 2 strikers, and yeah,
it just shows the state of like the quality of football where United and Chelsea, two of the biggest clubs in the world, had to play Jackson Højlund up front, and then as soon as they had the opportunity, they got rid of both of them. There's a lot about them, man. I still
stand by this. Jackson and Højlund are not on the same level. I still rate Jackson.
No, Jackson is definitely better than him, 100%. And Jackson's had less experience in Europe, by the way. So I give him benefit of the doubt. But in terms of our level, it was just too much of a step up. And you know what? We've got 14 goals, still missed a lot of chances in our really poor season, got us to 6th place. But I think overall, it was more than just that. It was the fact that he kind of sulked, wouldn't make the right runs. He's still playing like a Delap. Delap might miss a chance against Palace, but he's still getting in the right areas. You know what I'm saying? He's still there. And if you can improve that, then you've got like a 15 goal striker. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas Jackson wasn't even getting there. He wasn't even getting there to, you know.
Well, no, it won't be because like he's now not suspended. So we'll know what involvement he has in the next couple of games if he's even on the bench. As an option.
He won't be. I doubt
I'm probably right, but it's like we'll definitely know if he's not on the bench. We'll definitely know they're trying to get rid of him in summer window. So
he wasn't on the bench for our last game.
That's because he was suspended.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah,
there's a 3-match ban, so it was like.
But he has been training alone, which would say a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
we'll see it. We'll see the prop in the training.
One thing is though, I've been a bit concerned about not being linked to any centre backs. I don't know if you guys have seen any links, but I haven't seen any links to centre backs.
I don't think we get a centre back.
You don't think we are?
No. Yeah, I want one. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think we are. I just don't think it's the right. As I said on the last stream, I wanted to send it back before the window even opened because you can't trust Fafana to stay fit. Tosin and Chalobah are good. They're good. Cole was very good as well, but obviously he just got injured now. Badiashile and Disasi. Well, Disasi's definitely not good enough. Badiashile struggles with fitness, and there's question marks whether he's good enough.
Yeah.
So it's like. I don't know, man. But what centre back would you get if you could choose?
Who, me? No, we got the rest of the guys can answer that. I don't know. I actually don't know myself. What are you saying, Rob?
Sam, you're good? Hey, Andrew.
Yeah,
you good, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good, man. But it doesn't look like Garnacho deal's happening. Too much value in between. Your Garnacho deal's not happening.
you keep
that's elite code. That's elite code.
Andrew's coping big time.
Hey, they want 50. We only rate him as 25.
but yet everybody's saying the deal is closed. If we're that far apart, nobody will be saying the deal is closed.
Hey, when you're his agent, you pay good PR. It's just the same story. Same story.
No, on the centre back part, I mean, I've had one centre back on my mind the entire summer. It's been Murillo from Forest. That's the guy. If we
the problem with that is he flipping signed a new contract at the end of last season. So he's like whatever that is, and we've seen Marinakis' negotiation style. Do you know what I mean? And with 11 days left in the window, it's like, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Unless you whop down like 70-odd million or something for him, you're just not gonna get him.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And I don't think we rate him that highly to slap down 70 million for him. Do you know what I mean? We'd probably go in there with like 45 or something like that, or 50.
Yeah.
Marinakis will tell us to piss off. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
He will say, give me Cole Palmer and you can have him.
Yeah, that's what he'll say. He'll say like, give me Caicedo.
He'll say it with a straight face as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll give you Cole Palmer and I'll give you.
Yeah,
and I'll give you Murillo.
He would. Yeah. I'll come back with.
Andre, that's not a hot take, G. That's not a hot take. That is not a hot take.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
It was this
well,
one, sorry, it was-
there's obviously the obvious ones. I don't think I'll take Gerhi off the thing now because it looks like he's going to Liverpool, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's obviously one.
Yeah,
There's obviously Hincape. They just signed Balde from is it Sevilla?
Yeah, Sevilla.
Today? So he's on there. There's obviously the two boys from Portugal, Antonio Silva. I'm not saying I want them. I'm just putting out names out there that they might.
Yeah.
Like Silva and Diamande's out there, something like that. Those are out there. There was some ridiculous rumor last night that we approached Inter for Bastoni and put like a £50 million bid, which was ridiculous.
I saw that Gazette released that.
Unbelievable rubbish.
That.
Unbelievable rubbish.
I didn't even get my hopes up. I was like, yeah, whatever you want to say.
I read that and they go, well, Chelsea value him at 45 to 50 million. I just rolled my eyes. There's Ribeiro from Lille. I know people like him. Yeah, unless it's like something that pops out, unless it's like one of these deals that we don't obviously know about, because I do like to keep some of these deals close to the chest. Or it's another Jorge Mendes flipping client or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Pops out.
Yeah, I know you mean.
Go big or go home, man. I'd go to PSG and I'd slap 70 down for Pacho or something like that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd do. Because they still got Marquinhos then. They just signed Zabani, didn't they? So it's like I'd slap that down.
I think this makes sense, Kelvin. Maybe they're thinking in the future, thinking ahead. You buy those two young guys, Kimpembe leaves. This is what these kind of models do. They're kind of like a similar model to Brighton. They don't mind getting rid of their best players after a few seasons. And it's got a release clause for the last time, so we'll see how it goes.
Or there's that weird one that's out left field, the one from Brentford, isn't there?
Yeah, Collins.
Yeah, Collins, yeah. There's that weird one.
Rob, you've been saying that for time.
I told you I saw that link. I told you I saw that link. That link the other week that just popped out. It was like, and it was sort of a semi-credible, but it was just. I like the ones that weird ones that pop out of nowhere. They seem to have more credibility or some substance in them.
Yeah, because it's so specific.
Yeah, because it's like
really
it's not a name. Yeah. It's not a name that anyone.
You wouldn't just put that out there if it wasn't real.
Why would you pick that one? Is it Nathan Collins? I think Nathan Collins. Why would you put that out there when it doesn't mix with any of like the big names or something like that? Yeah, it's just weird.
I mean, I think Collins. I think he's a decent centre back. I think it's Gehi level, except that he's way, way better in the air than Mark Gehi. Again, both of them, I think they raise our floor, but they don't raise our ceiling. I think his reading of the game is quite good. He's not the fastest, but he reads the game quite well and he's in the air.
The issue is with the floor. It's got potholes in it.
Jesus,
do you know what I mean? So like the floor's. It's on a rickety. It's got dry rot in the wood. So, the pillars underneath are rotting away. It's got termites in it. That's the problem with it.
But that you mean definitely no to Nathan Collins?
No. I'm talking about But you said like he's a floor raiser, and I'm saying that right now the floor's like.
Right now, there's no potholes in the floor. There's a lot of walls that are.
Boys.
Problem is, I wouldn't set a heavy bag of shopping on this floor at the moment because it might fall through to the basement. That's what it is.
We're in a situation where tossings are like savior. Like that's
this is how bad it is. We are sweating.
The Rob is true. Tossings are literal savior.
No, exactly.
Wow,
now, picture this, Chelsea fans. We are sweating over tossings. Fitness.
It wasn't even this bad last year.
There's still people that will say we don't need to buy a centre back. We are literally sweating here now, going, we need Tosin to play against West Ham. Do you know what I mean? Or that's what we are. That's how people are still going. Yeah, but do we need us? And people are still going.
If Tosin got injured tomorrow, the whole fan base would lose their head.
Tosin.
I wouldn't even blame them. I wouldn't even blame them because it's like Josh Wesley-Fana who's never here, and Badishile who's never here.
What Moresca has done to this fan base with this center back thing, it's it's insane. It's insane to me that all of a sudden we don't rate you unless you play center back.
Oh, I'm not.
You're a center back. No. Chelsea, we're not even looking at you.
I'm not interested in this. This sentence. I'm not interested in the centre back thing. It's just a centre back period for me.
Yeah.
I mean. It's like, I'm not centre back. I don't. If you're centre back, I just need you to clear it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really.
Old school. Just kick it out.
Yeah, just kick it. The other side can pass it out to whatever and stuff like that. I'm just talking about regular centre back. I'm not focused on centre back. The minute details of whatever. I don't care. You can teach anyone. I think you can teach a lot of people to play centre back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think a centre back just to boost everyone would actually be better. Do you know what I mean? Like to boost the defense itself, to boost the fans' confidence, and what Maresca wants. I don't know if Maresca even wants a centre back. I just think he wants a centre back. Do you know what I mean? He wants a centre back who can pass. Who can pass? I think he wants a centre back who can literally he's good at passing.
Got a bit of composure about them, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of composure. Bring stability.
That's why I agreed with Rob's point before when we spoke about it, because basically people have been disillusioned by Cole's stance. Cole is just the best of a bad bunch at doing something. But Cole himself is a decent centre-back, but he's not world-class.
Yeah.
So when we lost him, people over-exaggerated how much of a loss he would be because of the options we have, not because of how good of a player he is.
Yeah.
And now I'm a bit laggy, but I hope you guys understand my point.
No,
but you know what I'm saying, Rob? That's all it is. It's not necessarily that Cole was like this mad centre-back and he's indestructible and he's so good. It's because the options we have are so sparse. He's literally the best one.
Yeah.
When you lose him and Tosin goes as the backup for him, then of course you're going to panic a bit.
Yeah.
That's why everyone wanted two centre-backs. We didn't want one. We wanted Buddy. She laid the sassy.
Yeah.
Talib on a harsh thing, Talib to leave, and then you bring in two solid ones, and Cole and Fofana become the backups.
Yeah. I wanted two starting centre backs.
And then Josh is like the fifth choice.
Yeah, exactly. And I get it is, it's unfortunate it is a loss, but people acting like, especially after Sunday's game, like, oh my God, this is how you see, how important Liverpool was. I'm like, we weren't good at breaking down low block, even with Colwell. This was a struggle. All last season. I get he was, he's a good with ball to feet, but again, I think people are over exaggerating.
But the problem was when you look at the passing thing, Chalobah doesn't pass to the left.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't pass.
I'm not even talking about specifically left foot, because there's right-footed players that can play left foot but will still pass to either side. Do you know what I mean? Like Chalobah just basically ignored the left.
Yeah,
he just ignored that whole left-hand side of where
angles, isn't it? It's angles.
But still, it's like he didn't open himself up to.
No, but I'm saying it's not his fault. It's just the way he plays, isn't it? It's just
right.
Not
but that's the problem. That's the problem. You have limitations.
The thing is, it's hard as well, Andrew. Yeah, because I don't want to use the Palace game as a isolated. This means the rule. We have to see, and even ironically, even the West Ham game won't tell me everything either, because I know the fact they're going to be way more open. So
that one. Yeah, that
we're just going to literally have to, unfortunately, judge this in real time over like 5 games.
What will tell you is the performance against Fulham. That was
Fulham, and then 2 games after that we got United away.
Well,
I'll know.
We got Fulham's a lunchtime kickoff the Saturday after. We all know how great lunchtime kickoffs are, and stuff like that. How the performance.
That's irony, guys. We have
So, but that's a bigger test. Well, saying that, on paper it's a bigger test. I've not paid any attention to Fulham's incomings and outgoings and stuff like that. So I don't know how.
I don't think they've had an awful lot of change.
Yeah. So
their back four is the same: Sessegnon, Bassi, Robinson.
The West Ham. If we end up winning like 2 or 3-0 against West Ham, and they lay a brick, so to speak, and it's a come to win. It's not, it'll be good. Like positive boost for us. You know, stuff just getting goals on the
four from
points on the
6,
table.
whatever.
It'd be a good like boost.
Then
for us
you're at
going
home
into the
next.
Fulham game,
You want to
but
win that game, you know, 7 out of 9.
It's not going to tell me much because I think West Ham are going to be like very dodgy this season. Do you know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying. If we don't beat them, even it's good. Everybody has the right. No, I want to hear no one go, don't react. I know Rob was like, oh, it'll be worrying. No, it'll be terrible. It shouldn't
be. It shouldn't be. The point about it is like it shouldn't be make or break around a centre back. But the problem is, it's like this whole argument of, well, we've got enough centre backs can just be destroyed easily. But given the circumstances around each centre back, right? It's like, you know, Vagrant.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Vagrant and Sassy were looking to sell, so those two are out immediately. And Firmino, before the Cole thing, they were looking to loan anyway, and he wasn't even on the bench. It wasn't even. They put like a non-fit Fofana on the bench instead of Anselmino against Crystal Palace. So that already tells me they don't rate him good enough to even be on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got Fofana and Balashide, are just the opposite footed versions of each other. They're just always injured. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got literally Josh, Tosin, and Chalobah. With Cole
and this is the problem. When people talk about the centre backs, they look at the quantity and they add no context. He said, "Well, you've got 9 centre backs. I can see on my phone."
It's the same with the whole when they go, you've got 50 odd players, and they just don't look at the names.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you've spent 2 billion,
and you go. I look at that squad, and within 30 seconds, I can take away like 29 names from the squad, right? And already, because do you know? It's just. And even with some of our
Chelsea fans as well, it's not even right.
Yeah, Chelsea fans. Just play Josh. It's like, I fear for this kid. I fear for overplaying him and stunting his development. Do you know what I mean? I fear for like.
I don't fear for that. I don't think he'll play that.
No, but I just feel like in terms of.
One or 2 games coming. I got what you mean, but
putting him in too much. You know what I mean, it's not like I think he's good, but we're not talking about. For me, we're not talking. I'm not seeing a Saliba type, a Fofana at St Etienne type. Do you know what I mean? Before he got the injury at Leicester, I'm not seeing like a John Terry type. Do you know what I mean? I know that's very Rio Ferdinand. I'm not. And that's very rare. That's very harsh to judge him by. I'm just seeing it as a good prospect. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing for me outstanding at the moment. It's just he's got good fundamentals. He's got very good fundamentals of a defender and stuff like that, but. It's not like I'm going, oh my God, we've got the next, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's like, yeah, he might be good. He might be good.
This comment, you're not a troll because you're always in my chat. I know you don't mean this with malice. I definitely don't support them, bro. I think I'm just very rational. That's how I'm in reality. I'm a very logical person.
Yeah.
I just do balance. I'll call it out. I'm not happy with their decision to not bring a centre back in. I've already said that. I also understand why they don't want to bring it. And when me and Andrew and Rob give the injury context and the guys are unreliable, that's where there's a debate. So I can say it's a debate and also say I disagree with their decision. 2 things can be true. It's mutually exclusive. That's how I am. I'm not going to be a lot of Chelsea content creators, no names. 1 minute it's clearly like a horrible. They do a few good decisions to win a trophy, and now it's clearly like a great. Well, I'd rather be logical and be like, I disagree with some parts. So when we do succeed, I don't like a donut.
Facts.
That's it. Or fail.
I just think it's like they always use the word opportunities here. You know what I mean? And it's like we always hear that from our press. Oh, it's opportunities this, opportunities that. Was it's opportunity here, that, and it's opportunities to actually make sure that in summers going forward now, you're literally only just selling players, or you're only looking out for like those type of players that are on the market that are like game changers. Do you know what I mean? That when you go to a summer, you only make like a 2 or 3 changes top, even or 1 change or 2 teams to the first team to keep them fresh, to keep everyone fresh. Do you know what I mean? That's what you do. You don't have to keep on switching out 5 or 6 players each time.
I think, ironically, that's what they're doing now. By the way, the irony.
Right, but the issue is, are we
going context? I know.
Are we going to come to the same point next year where it's like now they're going to get the centre back, now they're going to get a goalkeeper, where they could have got it the summer
Yeah,
before.
Andrew, that's
now
where the disagreement comes
it's
in.
just frustrating because
It's very frustrating because like you feel like they
Yeah.
should do it, and when it's tough one because Rob advocate for this, isn't it? Rob is like they have their own time frame, their own plan. The fans have their own plan. Some fans disagree. Even this panel, Andrew probably believes we should get a goalkeeper centre back now. I think maybe just as one centre back would be enough. Rob might think none. It's difficult. We don't know.
No, Rob
Like, for
always said he
Andrew,
would. No, to be fair
Andrew,
to Rob,
do you know why it's more difficult?
Rob said he wanted a centre back before the Colwell injury. Whether it's
No.
replacement.
I never said about that. I'm saying about you know, like how we're saying we want a top class centre back now to come in to replace the injury players. Some people disagree with that. I think we should go with what we have. The point is, last season when we had the injuries, it actually worked out that we actually were able to sustain what we need to sustain and get what we need to get over the line. But at that time, everyone would have been like, we need to get a new striker. Jackson's terrible. In January, buy a new player. And we were really annoyed about that. And it actually turned out to be okay in the end. So it's hard, isn't it?
But the thing is, I think that's credit.
It doesn't mean I don't want a centre back. I'm just saying I get why they're not going to be like, we're going to go buy a centre back now. Because they're probably thinking last year, everyone told us to buy a centre back or a striker, and we're not going to make top four. We did make top four. I think that's fair.
I think that's very. The ironic thing about that is the running. If you look at it, we didn't get the running through for most of our forward players. It was mostly our defence and our defensive players scoring. Look at Correa. I mean, it was one of like the top scorers. Do you know what I mean? It's like we didn't get there because we scored like Palmer scored bundles of goals and stuff like that. We got there because Maresca went defensive, and our defenders were scoring all the goals. My point is that he had to, and luckily he did. He changed he changed it to become more defensive to get the results. Whether I'm going, we should be giving all the options. We should be a club where we have all the options open to us. We shouldn't be settling. We shouldn't be settling at this stage now. We got there. We got to Champions League. We should be pushing on now where it's not. We don't even talk about finishing top four. We only talk about going upwards. We only talk about finishing top. Do you know what I mean? That's what we should be doing. We shouldn't be settling. It shouldn't be. Oh, you know what? I hate the. We shouldn't compromise and go. Oh, we'll be okay. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear we'll be okay. I want to hear we're gonna. I don't want to even think about who's like.
Andrew, I'm with you. I'm exactly what you're gonna say.
I'm just talking about like some percentage in his fan base are like, yeah, but you know, maybe we'll do it. This. I don't know why you wanna push it off. You know,
Andrew, listen, yeah. I'm fed up of this insecure team. 1 minute we're doing this. I just want to have a stable team with a good goalkeeper, good centre backs, good forwards, good midfielders, and play football.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're saying. What we and Rob talk about all the time for the last 3 weeks. Just get me these players so we can just play and enjoy the season. Now Cole gets injured and there's more debates. Should we get a centre back? Should we get a goalkeeper? Just buy the flipping goalkeeper centre back. And here we are here. Hopefully Jackson can help that. Apparently Aston Villa are pushing hard for a loan obligation. Obviously, based on the news we saw today. Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Juve have all contacted his agent. The future will be decided this week. And people who don't realise why this week, because next week is the last week of the transfer window, and that's when things get a bit frantic. So we need to know what's happening with Jackson, you know? So hopefully Jackson can make his mind up what club he wants to go to, where he wants to lay, and what football. What are you saying, Rob?
I think it's a good move for him and for the club. I reckon we will have a clause in there that if we want to renew the obligation and we like in a world where he goes there and banks 20 goals in the season, we can say, you know what, as a matter of fact, we don't want to sell him no more. You know, we'll pay you, or you won't pay a loan fee and we'll take him back. But yeah, I think we'll probably have an insert that kind of a clause in there. But loan with an obligation, everybody, you know, Villa don't have the money this summer, so they can't pay what we're asking for this summer. So they have to wait until next summer, hopefully, to sell the Martinez and maybe a couple other players, and then they'll be able to buy him outright from us. And so, loan with an obligation, slap him like a 10 million loan fee or something like that. and then they come back with obligation at 65 million. Yeah, that makes you 75 million for Jackson, and you're cool with it.
I think they should do it. You know what I'm thinking? I think they should do it in stages of what the club achieves. So, like, if it's like Villa, right? It's like basic Champions League qualification or Europe qualification, 60 million, whatever, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if it's higher, or it's how many goals he scores, or if they win a cup, then you add more like bonuses to it. Do you know what I mean? It's like stuff like that, the add-ons and stuff like that. And that's what I would do. What angers me at side note to this like Nkunku thing is like Bayern, the reports coming out of Bayern can only do loans. Then why did they bid 65 million for that Stuttgart striker like the other day? Yeah, why were you loaning? Why are you doing a loan there? All rubbish. Rubbish.
Because he's German. We'll buy German player. If it's non-German, it's only a loan.
That's mad. It's just mad. I don't know. I think the loan only happens if it's like there's no like break clause.
Yeah, so I hear you. I think we'll probably do a flat loan fee, maybe 10 million plus 5 million add-ons if you reach Champions League and score this amount of goals. And then if you achieve that, that's 50 million loan fee, and then you have a 60 million obligation buy in there, and you recoup your 70.
Yeah, because I think you're right. I think there's a loan fee involved and then you set it at 60, and then you get like to the 70 odd because you got the loan fee added on to the obligation fee anyway. So in total you get to 70 million anyway because you got the loan fee and the obligation fee. I agree.
Money in the end, so it's not a bad deal, and I guess Villa might not be able to do it this summer. So
and also you go first refusal for Morgan Rogers as well. You add that as well. You wanna
go work for Clearlink?
I'm just saying. I said first refusal. I didn't say like option. But
I gave
or we get first option. We get first option or something.
PFA Young Player of the Year, yeah.
But they might put a clause in there where it says, we'll say Jackson obligation to buy this summer, and wink wink, give us
Morgan Rogers next summer.
Thing with Morgan Rogers next summer. We'll let you cook with Jackson and Morgan Rogers this summer, and then next summer you give us Morgan Rogers. And
I'm very chat. If that happens, I'll be pumped. Bit everyone in the chat, man. I'll be too gassed. Morgan Rogers tells it, I win it this summer. It's not gonna happen, but
and then what we do is we give them Garnacho next summer.
Exactly. So Garnacho comes in and he leaves. Everyone wins. Do you know what I mean? Everyone in the chat, man. Now you're kicking, bro, of course. But everyone in the chat, Bill, Andrew, Rob, and J Paul joining as well. Really sick stream. Back tomorrow. Hopefully, Nkunku news can intensify even more because I think the Ornstein update wasn't even an update, really.
It's just that Leipzig and was talking. Apparently, Leipzig were never out of the race, which is weird since this is the first time.
I was just waiting in the wings and seeing what's going on, see if they can lower the wages because apparently they're winning on 100k on a new wage structure.
There seems to be. Apparently, there's. I don't know. Is what I reported? There's quite a few clubs that
apparently Inter's backing because they can't.
They can get because
they can't pay for Lookman, but they can pay for Nkunku. Okay.
No, but here's the thing, Andrew. I think what they're doing is we're in the stream. Is Nkunku right now is probably a bit stubborn in what he wants. Maybe he'll reduce it down to 180. All the clubs know it when the window continues, his demands are going to reduce. So they're just waiting for it to hit a certain point where they can go, you willing to go to 140? We'll come into the race. Or
it just might be those other clubs have their number one options, and if they don't get
see what happens.
Then they target Nkunku next week.
I think we'll settle for 40. If I'm being honest, I think
pounds or euros.
Pounds, 40 million pounds.
That's close to 50.
Takes you about 47 million euros or something like that. So I think they'll settle for near enough book value. And if we're being honest, it's probably probably the right valuation for him considering he hasn't really done much.
But everyone in the chat, Bill, Andrew for joining today. Bill, Rob for joining today. You guys are busy, guys. Thank you so much. For you at Jay as well. We're to cut off early. Do follow Jay on TikTok. Dubes CFC, I think his name is. Follow him up as well. And subscribe to my channel, very, very close to 2.2 thousand. And Rob and Andrew's Twitter handle is literally right there. So you want to check out what they say, right there. Chelsea fans as well, always communicating with the fan base. Let's get that done. See you guys tomorrow, similar time. That's what I'm trying to say. See you guys in the pit, man. Peace.
Love.
Yeah.